You're seeing still the coloring of the troops ceremony. Philip, can you tell us the history behind this tradition?
Well, trooping the colour is associated with the Queen's birthday, but it dates back a very long time, and it hasn't been something that's just been ceremonially associated with Queen Elizabeth II. This dates back to the 18th century, 1755 to be exact. And why is the word colour used? The word colour is used because in the very earliest days of land warfare, colours or ceremonial flags were used as rallying points in battle. And each leader had his own flag around which his followers assembled, and as a military organisation developed, it became the natural custom for each company to have its own distinguished flag. So from about 1700 onwards, company colours were gradually eliminated in favour of battalion colours, and through their original purpose of marking a rallying point, they were really clearly visible above the smoke and all the dust of battle. And that's why the name has been associated with what is taking place today, the colour of the different regiments. So the household division, which is basically the regiment that protects the Queen, has been carrying out a Trooping the Colour parade since 1755. It was originally given a different name, but has become Trooping the Colour since then, and is now used to honour the sovereign's birthday. That's a tradition that dates back to the beginning of the 19th century, and basically is held early in June, because the weather is thought to be better early in June in the United Kingdom than when the Queen's official birthday is in April. But it's not only April, because it's been held during the reigns of the Queen's predecessors, who were also born in other months around the year. But it's deemed that in June it's probable that there will be better weather, which is what we're seeing today, than maybe in October, November or December or January, when it would be much harder to carry out this kind of military parade in central London. So what we're seeing here is a parade to honour the Queen. The Queen would normally come to inspect the troops. She would normally be on horseback, and every year since 1952 up until 1986, she took part in this Trooping the Colour parade on horseback and did inspect the troops. But now I think she would find it very difficult to be on horseback to do that. So we have got Prince Charles, who's taking her place today to do that, but we are hoping that the Queen will make an appearance on the balcony a little bit later on. Now, you have to know also that there will be a fly-past later today by the RAF, the Royal Air Force, to end this ceremony. That will be at around 2 o'clock French time, that's 1 o'clock UK time, which will signal the end of this Trooping the Colour ceremony, and that will be when we are expecting to see the Queen and other members of the royal family out on the balcony to greet the crowd outside. There's one other aspect which is quite interesting to underline, is that it's become associated now that when you see the Queen and the royal family on the balcony, they will wave at the crowd. Now, in the old days, they would never have waved at the crowd. And this is only something that happened since about 1911, when George V became King of England. Before that, the royal family would come onto the balcony. The king at the time would probably be wearing the crown, and they would bow and smile, but they would not wave at the crowd below. But they would just make some kind of facial recognition. It's only since 2011 the Queen since 1952, but the royal family in general has waved from the balcony.